Welcome back to Chow Time Pods. Your host Red. Got video today from Man Guide.
Girls, the main reason it's hard to date when you're 40 is because men our age, they don't look good. Number one, they never use sunscreen. That's why their skin looks much more
Hey. Gorgeous face over here with sunscreen.
wrinkly. And number two, they drink a lot. Oh my god, most
I do
men
not drink.
drink a ton. And they think they look good. They don't. It ages them so much. So it's hard.
Lady, you look 50. You look older than your age and complaining about how men look ugly at your age. So if men are looking uglier at your age, you probably look uglier yourself too at your age.
Hard to find a 40 plus year old man for us to date when you are late 30s or 40. And also, if you have your own money, then, I mean, what's the reason to date them, right?
This is how women cope with the fact that they are used up and no man wants them.
Like, no man approaches you. Maybe the ugly men approach you now because you are used up goods yourself. Sorry, the Chad Rones that are in their 50s don't care for women in their 50s or late 40s.
They blame men, call them insecure and gross. The reality is they are the gross ones.
Dating in your 40s is confusing because one minute you are talking to someone who has been married for 20 years, has teenagers, and has a whole emotional history. The next minute you are on a date with someone who is casually unemployed, missing a bed frame, and still figuring himself out. And you are supposed to just be open to both with the same energy. And I am like, okay, this is a lot of range.
I don't think you have to be open to both with the same energy. I mean, you're willing to give both a chance, but if you can tell he's some kind of bum, you don't have to give him the same energy. Who says that?
It's a very wide range.
Women do not have as many options as they like to believe.
Right.
Fellas, keep these old hags at a distance. At most, pump and dump. Then lose her number.
So let's talk a little bit about dating. As a woman in her 40s that's been married and that has dated, it's not that easy. I've talked to several of my girlfriends as well as guy friends about dating, about using apps, about meeting people through recommendations. And all I can say is, and this goes vice versa as well, if someone wants to text you, they will. If someone wants to call you, they will. If someone wants to arrange a date and see you, they will. If it's really difficult, if someone isn't calling you, if you're waiting 24 hours for a text, if
24 hours?
they don't want to plan anything and just say, let's just catch up, they're probably not that into you. It's not easy. You have to kind of like learn from your mistakes. But I would always say you shouldn't have to chase someone, especially as a woman. The men are supposed to be the hunters, aren't they?
But we're the prize.
Even though I know, as I said, it's different circumstances nowadays and
Yep.
each to their own in terms of dating. But I would say don't chase if something's meant to be, but it shouldn't be really hard work at the start. Anyway, that's just my thoughts on dating. What are yours?
40 years old, divorced, and with kids. In what world do women live in? The delusion is peak with female nature. No man wants the leftovers of another man.
Again, I think it's the penis envy. It's that they think they're men or can be men. As men get older, options kind of widen. We get more desired. Women think that as they get older, they get more desired, which is, who told you this?
It comes in waves. Most of the time, I'm okay. And then it comes and hits me like nobody's business. And honestly, I've been feeling like this a lot lately. It's love. I'm tired. I'm tired of doing it myself. I'm tired of being alone. I want to share my life with someone. I am just freaking tired. It's not about being lonely, so I just want somebody. No, I want to be in love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to feel.
See, they want the perfect relationship still. Like at that time, at this age, I would, in my opinion, if I was really looking for companionship, I'd just settle with someone that I somewhat like and somewhat enjoy time with. They don't have to be the perfect mate. Like, who else can you pick from at that age?
have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want to make coffee with that person. I want my person. I want my person. Why
No, you want a perfect person.
is it so hard to find your person? I'm tired. You know, it's really hard when love is the one thing you can't force, you can't make it happen. It has to just show up, but where is it? Where is it? I'm so ready, and I have a beautiful life waiting for the perfect man to show up. But where is he?
That doesn't even make sense. You have the perfect life ready for the man to show up. No, that's not how it works. We don't fit into your life. You fit into our life.
You know, I'm 53. And I just can't believe that I'm sitting here, and it has been several years. I think it was over a year that I had a date, and then it's been several years since then.
I mean, you're 50. I don't know very many 50-year-olds that are dating.
Where are all the good men that are ready and want to build a beautiful life together?
You were probably married to one and then you left them.
Where are you?
Modern women spend their entire 20s living like 304s, going to the club, drinking, and climbing on Chad and his team. Then when they are old and going through a dry spell, they whine about men not wanting them.
This is for all the 50-something women out there that are single and for the men that want to date them. Dating when she's finally
So it's not for men at all. It's just for the women.
happy alone is a different game. Because now she's not dating out of loneliness. She's not dating because she's bored or broken or trying to fill a void. She's dating from a place of peace, of snacks, of silence and sweatpants, and
Then why do you need to date?
she's questioning everything. Like, why would I trade this little cozy bubble of emotional stability for a man who makes me feel anxious, confused, or constantly second-guessing myself?
Maybe don't pick a man like that. Like that's probably the first step in the relationship.
You think I'm gonna give up eating ice cream straight from the tub in a hoodie that smells like heaven to babysit someone's grown-ass ego? Please. Woman is
So you rather just be a slob and eat out of an ice cream tub. All right.
happy alone. She's no longer impressed by bare minimum energy. She's not excited by good morning texts that lead nowhere.
It's funny that they think making videos like this all of a sudden is going to make men in their 50s just all of a sudden pull themselves up by the bootstraps so they can be the men that these women are looking for. Shut up, ladies. You guys are so cooked.
She's not clapping for I was just busy excuses or breadcrumb attention. She's calm, she's healed, she's protective of her space, and if the vibe feels like emotional turbulence wrapped in fake deep conversations and inconsistent affection, she's out.
Yeah, it's a projection. This is exactly how men feel. This is exactly how men feel. This is how exactly how men have always said things and told women. We like our peace. Don't disturb our peace. Like, again, they're turning into men.
Immediately. No dramatic exit, no 3-hour argument, no begging him to try harder. Just a quiet no thanks, followed by her Netflix, her favorite blanket, and absolutely zero anxiety. Because peace is expensive, and she paid full price for it with tears, with lessons, with long nights of healing, and boundaries that were built like brick walls. She's not giving up that because of someone that has a nice smile and a good playlist. She needs consistency, not chemistry. Effort, not empty promises. A man, not another project. So if dating feels like a job interview, a group project, or a therapy session she didn't ask to lead, it's a hard no. Because when a woman has learned to love her own company, any man
I'm gonna just laugh at
who
this.
enters her life better make it feel like a bonus, not a burden. She's not lonely, she's selective. She's not bitter, she's aware. And the moment you make her feel like being alone might be better than being with you, she will choose peace every single time.
And so with men. You're literally saying the exact same thing men have been telling you. And now you're in men's position, and now you think you get to say the exact same thing that we do. Lady, we don't care.
So if you want her, come correct or don't come at all. Because she's already got silence, snacks, and sweatpants. And honestly, that's a tough act to follow.
Men do not want
Sweatpants.
grandmas, plain and simple. Women refuse to acknowledge the fact that once they hit the wall, they are of zero value to a man. Ladies, keep your legs closed and settle down in your 20s.
I'm 56 and I don't date. I have been divorced twice. And before you come at me with the whole like, well, obviously you don't date, you're such a loser.
Yeah. That's
No.
what I thought.
I was divorced twice because both men were idiots. All right?
So you were a loser that picked two idiots.
And I divorced their asses and I learned my lesson. And now
Obviously not the first time.
I'm fabulously single. I love being single. The single independent woman is the new success. That is the new luxury. To be a woman who doesn't need a man for money, for power, for pleasure is the best ever. And especially at this age, it's like my kids have moved out. I don't need a man. I've got my glass of wine. I've got my TV. I've got my life. I've got my girlies.
And you seem so happy. But you're making this video trying to tell us how happy you are and you're not miserable, and you know how hard it was for you to choose two idiots and all that.
Friends, I've got my career. I'm pursuing my dreams. I am putting all my energy into loving my life and making shit happen in my life. I'm making more money than ever because all that energy I used to put into relationships.
Like, congratulations, it's called age. Everybody seems to make more money as time progresses because their career gets better. They get more, trained in their career. They get further in their career. They get longer tenure. Or they get retirements. Most people do make more money in their later ages.
Relationships, guess what? I put it into me now. And that means I'm more successful, I'm more creative, I'm more inspired, I make more money.
But yet just as lonely as you always been.
Yeah, I have no interest in dating. And it's amazing.
It's not that she doesn't date, it's that no one wants to date her.
Yep.
Women over 40 need to get back in the kitchen and start baking cookies for their grandchildren.
Hey, I'm Colleen. I'm 58.
Jeez, 58, lady. You look 65.
I'm a widow of 7 years. I will never
widow.
marry
This one might get a pass.
again, ever. And I'm not even interested in dating at all. And let me say this, the likelihood of me ever cohabitating with a man, why? This is my turn. This is my third act. I'm flying solo. And the peace that I feel and the freedom that I feel just to live my life is so profound, I can't even really begin to describe it. I say things like,
Man, I had all high hopes for this one and everything, and then she started speaking, and then
I get to do what I want, where I want, how I want, if I want, etc. But I also get to build a home completely that is reflective of me. I walk into my space and I'm, this is me. It all feels me. It's safe. It's my energy.
it's kind of ridiculous how you're coming online saying that your husband died and how happy you are to have your own space and how happy you are to be alone now. It's kind of diabolical.
There's no angry man. There's no walking on eggshells. There's no getting punished for liking certain things. What relationships are complicated. I will never marry again. I will never be legally attached to somebody again.
She says it as if it was such an option that she can just select at any time.
I said what I said. I'm way happier on my own. I have friends like, oh, what are you going to do if you don't marry again? Fucking live my life.
If she didn't want to get married again, why would she talk so much about men? This is the hypocrisy of women. A man being sent to her is her biggest wish.
People often ask if I date younger men, and the
I thought you were a man.
answer to that is yeah, almost exclusively. Why? Because I am a 60-year-old woman who looks like she's, oh shit, I don't know, tops 45.
You're 60-something years old? Damn. Okay.
Whereas the 60-year-old men I see out there, those motherfuckers look like they're 75. And that is a 3-decade delta that my vanity and vagina simply will not abide. My name is Sophia Chang, and I am 1,000% certain that I'm the baddest bitch in the room.
No man wants to date
I mean, you're the only one in the bathroom, so, I mean...
a masculine-looking female, especially not an old masculine female. If women took their life seriously before they hit the wall, they wouldn't be on TikTok talking about their lack of love.
I mean, I wouldn't date older women.
And showing off their body at 60-something years old. Like, that is some diabolical work, I gotta say, society has done now. That we have elderly women in their 60s flaunting their body on video and camera like that. Like, oh my jeez, has society gone downhill?
And if I could help it. Not that it's not gonna be some older women that are decent, but probably not. Your chances are higher. Getting a younger woman, you're still moldable. Old bitches always want to act like they know something because they older. Bitches don't know.
Brother, you might be saying some good stuff, but don't be eating and chewing on camera, bro. This ain't no mukbang.
Shit different than when they was younger, but they gonna act like, and that shit is irritating, so.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks. Older women come with nothing but baggage, trauma, and a ton of headaches. Stay away from them.
I used to think women my age were bitter. I used to be like, they're just bitter. You know, they've been burned by one man and they blame it on the rest. And I became a woman my age and I'm in my 40s and I'm single and I realized not bitter. They're accurate. Looking for emotional intelligence, and the odds of finding an emotionally intelligent man are so slim, if not impossible, capable of it, because they show us that they're capable of it, but the only time that they actually use it is to manipulate, to get you on the hook, to pull it away, so then you have to ask, what did I do? What did I do wrong? Because they have learned that
the Chad Rones of the world.
The manipulation is how you get a woman hooked. So then by the time you reach your 40s, you just don't even look. You know, you're like, actually late 30s. I stopped looking in my late.
That sounds like you got bitter.
30s. It's not because I'm bitter. It's not because I hate men. It's because I know what I'm looking for. Very slim chance that it's out there. It's full contentment. I'm sorry, ladies, for thinking that you were just old and bitter. And I know the young girls are going to think that I'm old and bitter, but just wait, just wait. Just wait.
As usual, old, worn-out, unwanted feminists blame men for their own downfall. What a shame if only these women stayed married.
It is crazy that women in their 50s and 60s think that men are just lining up to marry them, want to be with them, or even have sex with them. Sure, there's going to be some young men out there or some men that are thirsty for some sex, but I don't see very many men at all that are even willing to cuff up women in their 50s and 60s. That's crazy. Or even late 40s. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. I really appreciate that. And see you guys next time. Ciao.